The fact that they're competing with like human artists. First of all, the fact that I even have the preface human. Welcome back to Here for the Mess. My name is Jared and I'm your host, and I hope y'all are ready to clock that tea because y'all, it's about to get messy. Y'all, I have to say, this week hasn't been too crazy. Like, again, outside of politics, outside of like the madhouse that we've been seeing on that front, there hasn't been too much chaos in the blogs. We celebrating Memorial Day, y'all. Happy Memorial Day. Happy vacay day, relaxation day to anybody that's taking a day off, girl. I know that's right. You absolutely deserve it. But hell yeah, I want to say thank y'all for anyone who's choosing to spend the next 30 minutes with your girl while we shake up the dice and talk about all things pop culture, music, television, and all that jazz. The weather is really not giving Memorial Day, I must say. It's giving Harry Potter, where are the Dementors flying above us, because it's just rain, London. But nevertheless, we always got to make the most of the situation, because what will we do otherwise? As humans, that's our best tool, is to be able to let it flow, like Toni Braxton on that ass, okay? But y'all already know the drill. Before we hop into the meat and the potatoes of everything that we got going on today, I need all of y'all to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Y'all seeing active uploads every single week. We giving y'all 2-3 videos a week. We're giving Patreon exclusives. Go ahead and check out my latest vlog on Patreon. It was off the chain and I had so much fun editing that. Again, shout out to my girl Emily. But it's a motion party you cannot get in. That's the mood all summer, okay? Without further ado, let's get into these hot topics for the week. All right, y'all. Topic 1 is more of like a meme. It's not necessarily messy for sure. It's definitely the meme of the week. I just can't get enough of this current trend that's happening. I don't know if y'all been seeing on the TikTok. I sound like one of them grandmas, the TikTok. But this whole phenomenal black woman AI song thing is taking me out. Like to the point where now I'm waking up singing, I'm a phenomenal black woman. But for those of you who are late to the party, but always on time like Danny DeCane. First of all, in general, we have to just go ahead and declare that our parents' generation, so anyone that's giving Gen X, baby boomer, the silent generation, they are the most susceptible to fall for AI, okay? Anything they see, they watch, they listen to, they'll just believe it without a shadow of a doubt, and most of the time it's AI. So keep that for context. Somebody made this like black girl magic power anthem that kind of gives me thunder with the thunder. Who sing that? Imagine Dragons. The song is cute, but obviously y'all, it's AI. It literally sounds like if someone clicked Jennifer Hudson AI voice, make a song. That's the kind of song that it's giving. But now the trend is everyone is going up to their moms, predominantly black moms, but there have been some white moms, and they'll play this song that's like listing all these empowering traits of blacky femininity, and all the moms emote like the same groove. It's this immediate hands in the air. They start moving like this, yeah, pointing at themselves. I can't get enough because I love it. Like, first of all, it just goes to show you that black joy cannot be defeated, okay? It's the best thing in the world. But we need more of this. We need more people being able to like celebrate their joy. And it's the fact that we're watching like a meme in real time. Most of the time we're celebrating the memes afterwards. We're using them in the comment sections of social media or on Reddit, etc. But we're watching this happen in real time, or this is my first time watching something like this in real time. There's like layers of the joke. This is my kind of humor. I have that weird sense of Adult Swim, like that's just like more my crowd, but I just love this. Every single reaction is different yet the same, and so that's why I love it. It's like if I know I need a good smile, I'm gonna go check out these videos, I'm gonna go search it on TikTok. So I hope this trend continues to last. The only part that I don't like it is like it's pushing the use of AI and AI for the arts, and I'm kind of like I really don't like that because I hate the fact that they're like using our likeness to eventually create songs like this, and that's kind of like annoying because us humans are competing with AI even in music. I think if you go and like search music on the App Store right now, the second most popular app is an AI music app. So whether we like it or not, it's here. And I feel like we're gonna have to like it. This is like a fun use of it. Like, let's make a meme out of it. But it really does bring a big question about the state of consumption when it comes to music, when it comes to humans ingesting music. Like, there is an audience for people that want to listen to AI music, and it's kind of like weird to me. It's like, don't you want to hear like the authentic tones and grit and inflections that only a human can do? But sooner or later, girl, they're gonna be able to memorize that shit. I don't know. I just think it's kind of wild that we've gotten to a point where like a computer is literally competing sonically with some of our greatest acts, and that there are markets, that there are humans that are ingesting both. It's like, whoa, we're finally here. Ready Player One, ready or not. The fact that they're competing with like human artists. First of all, the fact that I even have the preface human, that's even weirder enough to, let's just go ahead and move on, y'all. I'm about to lose my mind. And cooler, more wavy news, y'all. If you love a girl group, we gotta celebrate. We gotta live up this moment because these bad gals, probably from the West End, are back in action, and I love a girl group reunion, y'all. So scandalous. Come on, Mis-Teeq. Yeah. Yes. I love it. I love that the girlies are getting back together. This is amazing. I already told you. If anybody that's new to this channel or new to the series or new to me in general, you got to understand, you got to digest the first thing you got to do when you want to know who Jer Bear is. Got to know that Jer Bear love her a girl group. Like girl groups, food, maybe sex, and then some like roller coasters. That's like my 4. But yes, I love me a girl group. And as a teen, I was really into British girl groups. I'm talking about the Saturdays, Honeys, Eternal, Spice Girls, obviously, All Saints, Girls Aloud, the Sugar Babes. Like it just go on and on and on. And it's currently going on and on and on. Like, come on, I love that. Flo has a song called On and On. But it's a lot of new girls coming out too. Billions. I was just singing Say Now. So I'm like, I'm loving this. British folks know how to do a good girl group. I love me my American girl groups, and obviously like K-pop is coming into the scene of things, but the UK, they always gonna prioritize like a vocal and an allure, and that's what I love about Mis-Teeq. They definitely gave Mis-Teeq for sure. The name is perfect for this group. But anywho, what I also love about this particular reunion, girl, it is a one night only festivity. I think this is perfect, okay? The name of the vibe is called One Night Stand. I think this is so cool. It creates even more FOMO because it's not like we about to do this whole tour. We're gonna tour here and then we go and tour the United States and Brazil and stuff like that, girl. Well, you doing one show. We're gonna test these waters out and make sure that this makes sense before we start giving y'all promises and it's kind of a train wreck, like cough, pussycat dolls. Not forcing no big old spectacle, just seeing how the wind blows. And I like this. I really do. I think that more groups should kind of take heed into this direction. Just test the waters a little bit. Give people just a little dose, a little appetizer. And then when we see true demand, that's how you can gauge and figure out how to maneuver for the rest of the year or going projections into the next year. But these numbers are different, y'all. And a lot of the numbers that people are seeing online are these resellers that want to go scoop up everybody tickets and then resell them for quadruple the price. Then it leave people like me, real concert, real pop heads, real pop holics. We can't be hitting up all the shows that we want to a year. I used to be hitting up 8 shows, 12 shows a year. Now I'm only averaging about 3, 4, and that's not okay. Nevertheless, I'm very glad that Mis-Teeq saw this whole girl group renaissance that everyone is witnessing right now. Pussycat Dolls, Danny Kane, everybody just coming back. Allie and AJ, damn it. And I'm wishing the best for the girls. I hope they just have fun with it. Everybody just deserves to have fun. And this wave, with the attention span of everybody paying attention to everything anyway, just have fun. Get your bag, girl, and then wait for the next round of sparkle to come on through the atmosphere. Hop on the bandwagon, girl, and milk it for what it is worth. I know that's right. Now, we started out the show a little, this is giving the weekly wind down, a shameless plug, but nevertheless, it's giving me a little positive. So, we got to shake things up, or, I got to clock some tea like I promised at the beginning. We got to talk about y'all favorite, little TV producer, executive director, whatever he do. Miss Mariah Murphy got caught up in the blogs this week, y'all, talking about how Miss Madonna, who has a new album coming soon, and I'm very excited for Confessions on the Dance Floor Part 2. But this man had the nerve to get up on there and talk about Madonna is the most important artist that has ever come out in the last 50 years. And not only that, y'all, nobody is coming close to her. And not only that, y'all, the only person, if there was someone to come close to her, would be Taylor Swift. Not quite sure about this, Ryan. Like, might have to, you can invite me, fly me on out to LA. We can have a little lunch so I can give you some examples of people that I think might qualify better for this position. Not even better, because Madonna did her thing. I'm not even trying to take away from her. Girl, she getting 1 million people in the audience at her shows in Brazil. But it's just something about how a white gay is always going to be a white gay, no matter what the circumstance. It could be politics, it could be pop culture, girl. They gonna be a white gay. And I'm also giggling because it's like, I don't expect, especially from someone like his era. Of course, Madonna was his world. That's like his Britney, Gaga to us is who Madonna is for him. So I'm not saying I support what he's saying, y'all. I'm saying I'm not surprised. This is so coded. Like, you can tell by his production style. Everything is so flossy and glossy, and even the scary stuff seems like, That's why Pose sometimes felt like a Kmart commercial. Some of the colors was a little too bright. On the stuff that they was wearing or whatever. It wasn't giving me like grunge New York. You just like it a little bit of that sauce, and y'all know the exact sauce that I'm talking about. Y'all know when people have it and when they don't, and he ain't got it. And another thing, especially with them, because they be so stubborn and they don't want to be fluid in understanding where true culture comes from, and I see this in a lot of like the newer age white gays as well. This is why we have this whole Kaya asylum, and they calling it wrong. They calling it the damn Kia asylum. They so disconnected. They don't even understand true pop culture. This is why historians like myself need to be doing shows like like Here for the Mess and the Weekly Rundown. No matter how much you want to hire black folks on your team or try to emulate stuff that you've seen in your past, which is exactly what Madonna did, stealing Vogue, the song Vogue, stealing it from the ballroom scene, you know what I mean? And then she hired a couple of black dancers thinking that that was going to be the end all be all. No, you done took a whole culture girl and used that for your multi-million-dollar business project in a way, you know what I mean? Like, give the girls more than that. Give them the reparations. Although she kind of did, though. Shout out to Madonna for showing love to Quadir. That made me very happy because Quadir is like a living legend and he definitely deserves his flowers. But this is what we need more of that. But nevertheless, this is what Ryan Murphy need to be doing. But he can't do it because no matter how much you want to hire the black folks to kind of like give you the cult, same way the K-pop folks be doing, it's still gonna always read, oh, this was a white man, this was an Asian person. We always gonna be able to detect. And like I said, I know my girl Madonna is a legend, y'all. But there are lots of other people, girl. Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, Janet Jackson, girl. Damn, Ashley Simpson. Brandy though, Jasmine Sullivan, just to go Taylor Swift, like, I don't know, especially when we know how she played the games, especially when it comes to streaming and stuff like that. It's like, you gave somebody the Sims cheat code and then you trying to give them the awards, but you know that they played the codes in order to get the advance. I don't know. It seemed a little tone deaf, Ryan. And then y'all, this will be my closer for the segment, but just keep this in mind. It is very telling of Hollywood. These are the people that are in control of telling your stories, your narratives, the movies, the TV shows, the music that you want to hear. They're controlled by people just like this. It's very rare that you're gonna get a girl like me that's gonna be in charge and be able to get investments like he be getting for his television shows and his projects, you know what I mean? Because he be getting them checks, y'all. You can tell, but his budgets, especially for like American Horror Story and stuff like that, be like, whoo. So until we start getting more like well-rounded people in these rooms, we're going to have folks like this being in charge, telling the stories. And then therefore those stories are always going to be hitting 30%, 35% capacity. They never going to be the whole truth because you don't have the people with the true sauce being in the true director's share. Or at least not yet, girl. Yeah, you like my outfit. Don't even the deal. I thought you said you had your girl on the light bill. Y'all see, I'm telling you, this ADHD be running rampant. And if we just couldn't get any worse, I was having a good old day and then I realized we had to talk about this segment. Oh, but I'm actually super excited because we're introducing one of my first segments of the show. Like I said that we were going to be doing the Hot Mess Express, y'all. And the first person getting on this train, y'all should already know. She is your favorite, y'all magalicious queen. Y'all got all her songs on y'all playlist. Y'all be worshiping her. Y'all want to get her BBL and have everything Barbie in your house because every one of y'all love this lady. Queen of Nika, Tanya Mirage, aka Miss Nicki Minaj, and her trifling ass up there hanging out with Elon Musk and his team at SpaceX, talking about she's so proud and happy of everything that he's doing to change the world. Girl, oh my gosh. If there's any person on this planet, any person, if you open up the definition of pick me in the dictionary, it's going to be her. Y'all know how in Harry Potter they be having like the moving portraits or whatever. They're gonna have the Anaconda video and it's gonna be Nicki Minaj's old desperate ass, literally the ass just jiggling and hanging on by a lifeline because y'all know these BBLs, they be expiring in like 5 to 7 years. But this lady so pick me to the point where it honestly at this point, usually people be having like a niche audience or at least like a couple of floating tables. They could rotate between like 3 similar crowds. It's getting to the point where this lady don't even care who picking her. She just need to be picked. The MAGA fan base and Nicki Minaj are like polar opposites or extremes. Like if you literally sat them in a room together, they have like no commonalities. I don't know. Forced communication, it just does not go or does not make sense whatsoever. And I can tell that it's just for shits and giggles, for show. Like there's no way she thinks that this is gonna be her new audience. These are gonna be the new Barbs. Me and my friend Jackie, I was cracking up, but she gives me Disney adult wearing her expired and tacky ass Kmart collection that she dropped years ago, trying to make it seem like she was doing. See, that's while Cardi B over here has grow good hair. That's something Nicki Minaj, she could have at least did wigs. She could have at least had a wig line by now, girl. That's how you can tell this lady don't know how to do no good business. But anywho, it's just very dated to me when I see folks like this, especially her age, just do anything for the dollar. I used to think Snoop Dogg used to be cute when he used to be accepting any type of brand deal because I was like, oh, well, he keep a bag. But then I realized he's the type of person that just trip up on his morals and his words and then just switch parties just like Miss MAGA Minaj. So folks like that, they always gonna get the axe in my book because you have no pride. You have nothing to stand on. No balls, no cojones, no nothing. And I'm always clock it with these people because they've influenced so many folks, especially brown and black folks, to do so many things songs just to go ahead and sit there and kiki with the people that are against these same very people, against them, and you gonna sit there up there with them. Kind of getting a little frustrated. Y'all can see me, I'm getting a little but it's just like, because there's nothing about Nicki Minaj's brand that represents like the Republican Party. They're so big on Jesus and Christianity. Yes, you know, they go ahead and play Super Freaky Girl at church this week and see how that goes, girl. Show her music video. Show the Anaconda music video, since she's the perfect poster child for conservatism. And if we really want to go there, Nicki probably only has about 4 to 5 motivational songs. What we got? Moment for Life, Fly with Rihanna. I'm sure she got a couple more, but you know what I mean? It's not given I Believe I Can Fly. At least R. Kelly, now he was freaked the fuck out. But at least he also had his shirt songs, The Greatest, I Believe I Can Fly. Like, he also had a catalog of good inspirational music as well. That's kind of sad when I gotta compare you to R. Kelly, girl, and you still losing the race. I'm not ever gonna be out here trying to be a negative Nancy, so I definitely wish this lady well. It's just, I hope these celebrities and these influencers and folks like her truly get a reality check, because as soon as they play you out, girl, you're gonna be so washed up, Nicki, in about 5 to 7 years if you don't cut this shit out. I never thought I would be saying this, but we might be getting into Nicki Minaj is going to be in has-been territory. She will not be a relevant public figure in about 5 to 7 years if she keeps this up. And that's really sad to see, considering the doors that she's opened for modern hip-hop. I didn't even say women in hip-hop. I'm saying modern hip-hop. The sound, the production. She activated so much for this to be the way she goes out, for this to be her legacy. Girl, please. Next. And since Nicki out the door, girl, we got to get some new legends in the building. Some new wonderful artists, people that's gonna keep up with the Mariahs and the Whitneys and the JoJos, okay? Y'all, Huda from Love Island, y'all, she done dropped that music that everybody has been asking for. She must have been listening to Welcome to the Dollhouse by Danity Kane, because she want to be a bad girl too. Or some Donna Summer. But the name of Huda's new song is called Bad Girls. I watched the music video. I cannot believe I gave this girl a stream, especially with her anti-blackness and her microaggressions that she be having to the black girls and all that kind of stuff too. But as a maven, I do have to pay attention to everything that's happening in the pop world. I will say, it's not something that I will be adding on my playlist, but I will say that she does have a potential audience for people to listen to this. It does give me, if people are gonna go to shop at, because sometimes they be having like Pretty Little Thing in stores. I know it's a big like online store, but if you go to LA, they be having flagship stores. So if you shop at one of those stores, Dolls Kill, you trying to get your nails done, maybe at the eyelash tech place, this is the type of music that those girls listen to. The people that be watching Baddies, good on her for trying to maximize, I would say, the last 5 minutes that she has of her 15 minutes of fame that she has, to try to do something outside of just being a pretty face. I like that. I like when people kind of diversify the portfolio. And to be honest, this is an artist's dream, to know exactly who your target audience is. When someone like her is very one-dimensional, you know exactly who it is. It's sometimes easier than someone that can sing jazz and the blues and country and pop and do all and opera, and they're good at all of those things, and then they don't know exactly the lane they should stick with, or they're getting feedback from this side and then family members from that side. Like, sometimes it's harder for those type of multifaceted people, those multi-hyphenates, to be able to exude their artistry and get to the bag the same way that someone like a Huda is. So very interesting. Now, like I said, will it be something that I'm gonna be listening to? I don't think so. This is what Huda Beauty should have been promoting. That would have been a better collaboration instead of having the damn Pussycat Dolls performing at the lunch that we talked about last week. Like, you see how my brain works? These people need to go ahead and just hire your girl. Should I get back into my consulting? Because all I do is sit here and be planning out everybody's strategies for their next 6 to 12 months, and then I'm not getting my coin. Run this money up, honey. I'm the type of person that I consume a lot of junk pop music. I will listen to the Heidi Montags, the Addison Rays. No shade to my girl, because I love me my Baba Black Sheep, but even Britney Spears, you know, she wasn't giving us Aretha Franklin vocals at the end of the day. But I will listen to what people consider that, because I feel like it's important for us to be able to understand all aspects and all facets of what music and pop music evokes. I'm just looking for something that's a little bit more for the long term. We don't already heard this kind of sound. This sounds like something that Kylie Jenner possibly would have released in like 2016 if Kris Jenner would have made her become a singer when she was trying to push Tyga. That's where my brain goes with this. So we gotta be mindful. And she has a kid. She's a mommy. So we also gotta be mindful of that. Like, what are we putting out there to the world? Anywho, y'all, my only honorable mention for this week is that Lizzo, I think Lizzo has been doing a good job at campaigning for her new album that's coming out next month called Bitch. I think it's a very interesting song. I like the title track. She samples Missy Elliott and she also samples Meredith Brooks. I think that's a lady that I'm a bitch, I'm a love it. Y'all better not copyright strike me, okay? I know them vocals was given. But I like that sample. I thought that was a really cool way to like tie that into. But then now she has a song with Sexy Red. I'm not sure about how I feel about this one. This one sounds like the AI song that we were talking about at the beginning of the show, which Lizzo also referenced and said that this is how people think that her music sounds, and that is very accurate as well. I don't know why she set herself up for people in the comments to be coming for her, because that's exactly what they did. But I am excited for what she's doing, because she's showing me that you could have the whole world, you could have all the hits, you could have the big tours, etc., and then you could also have the reality of the label promising you the world and then forgetting about you in 3 to 5 years. And she's in that phase of her career where they're not giving her the same budgets, they're not giving her the same investments or the same push that they used to, and so she has to do it herself. So she's out there putting up her posters, she's canvassing for herself, similar to what Cardi B did for Am I the Drama. And I love when artists do this. It shows you that they're a true artist. True artists gonna want to have their stuff heard. They're gonna shout from the rooftops because they want people to get on their wavelength and see the hard work that they put into something. And so I'll never fault my girl Lizzo for that. So now the Sexy Red song, girl, we can especially from her last album. She has so many other good songs from the last album. She didn't release Coldplay. Like, there's so many good songs that she just went over and skipped over. So think about this, girl. Like, you know who you are. Your songwriting bag is like top tier, but I don't know. We got choices in life. I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, if you love anything that you watch, heard, we discussed, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to go ahead and share this video with a friend. I'm so excited to be getting into my YouTube groove, girl. It's been a fun vibe just thinking about topics. I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in and supporting your girl. I've been getting into my blogging bag. I just got to decide on if I'm going to continue editing this, or we're going to finally go ahead and hire this editor, girl, because there's so much content recorded, girl. It's just, I'm only one brain, girl, and got to just slow down. I just want to get to edit like Bobby Valentino, girl. But until then, we'll just take it week by week. All I know is I'm about to go get some food, girl, because I'm hungry. Tired of this rain. I can't stand the rain. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and sign out. Bye.